We are creating our September budget today, but before we get into that, I just wanted to mention that I am very, very close to reaching my goal of 2,000 subscribers here on this YouTube channel. So if you have watched my videos before and you liked what you see, you like personal finance and budgeting and lifestyle and wealth building content, then I would love if you would subscribe and stick around. So I've had a few requests to go over the August budget, just like a little recap before I make my new September budget. So that's what we're going to do today. Also, we are on August 25th right now as I'm filming this video, so we do have a few days left of the month, but paychecks came in. We had $477.09 come in for paycheck 1, and then the other 2 paychecks were $1,880 and 28/29 cents respectively. For tithing, we've put in $240. I don't think we've put the tithing for the last paycheck yet, so that will still be coming out. The emergency fund, it says that I spent $7,932. I did not. We did spend some for some car repairs that were definitely unexpected, but I also just adjusted what our current savings, what our emergency fund is currently looking like, and because I adjusted it, it thinks that we spent that money. So that's why it looks like we spent a gigantic number. Really, this is sitting somewhere around $500, $600 that we've put in so far, and then we will have more to put in for the rest of the planned budgeted emergency fund number by the end of the month. I just like to save that for the last day of the month, just so I know for sure it doesn't have to be allocated elsewhere. I know that's not the best way to do it, but it's just what works, I guess. And then I did put our Christmas fund in. I guess I didn't track that in the app, but Christmas fund, I did put $100 there. Rent was what it should have been. Gas hasn't come out of the account yet. For electric, we paid $174.55. Was an expensive month. I'm hoping this next one will not be as expensive. Just being more mindful about the electric. And we did get the AC fixed, so now it's not running constantly like it did at one point in August. So hopefully that solves that issue. The internet, this has been very frustrating to me. We switched internet, our internet plan to save some money. So before it would have been $45, now it's supposed to be $40, I think, and it's supposed to be a better internet. I've noticed that it's better, but they've been charging us $51 instead of $41, and that was because you had to set it up with a bank account to auto pay, and for some reason it wasn't working, and so it's been, I think this is the 3rd month that they've charged us an extra $10, but I did finally get a hold of someone helpful on their app, and I think we've got it figured out. We will see come September's internet, but I'm hoping this number will be correct next month. But we did spend $10.13 more than I was planning on. For fuel, we're doing really good. We're at $238.90. I know that I think both of our cars need gas in them right now, so that's not going to be the final number, but we're doing pretty good for where we're at in the month. Maintenance. Maintenance. We did spend, and then we spent even more because our car broke. So that number, we'll just say that that's what we spent. Car insurance did come out the normal amount, $122. It was actually 8 cents cheaper than what I was planning on, so that's great. Groceries, I feel like I've been having a hard time sticking to our grocery budget as of late. I think it's because I've gotten a little bit lax with my systems for making my budget work within our grocery budget. I'm gonna do better. I'm working on things that will help me hit that target budget every single month for sure, no issue. And I'll fill you in more on those projects as I finish them up. Diapers, this is a big overspend one, but I did it on purpose. I did not know when I created the budget that Costco was going to be doing a sale on their diapers and wet wipes. So when I saw that, I stocked up. So I will not have to buy wet wipes or diapers for the baby for months and months, I think. So I did go $60 over the budget, but I think it's $60 well spent, and I was gonna spend the money anyway, so I might as well save $10 a box where I can. Our phones came out $36. Fun money, we've spent $85 and 23 cents. This subscription did come out. I haven't tracked that in the budget yet, but I did see it come out today. Miscellaneous, we did go over by $12.04. Birthdays, we've only spent $24, so we're doing good on birthdays. And then life insurance, $20.82. So this is kind of what the budget looks like at the end of every month. I will say most often I don't go over any specific budget category by quite this much, but that's okay. So now let's jump into creating our September budget. To be on the safe side, I like to just keep this lower. So I'm gonna set this back to $300. When insurance is billed and when it gets sent to our account and all of that stuff, it's kind of up in the air. So $300 is what I'm going to budget for that. And then these other two should be pretty set in stone. That's what they'll be. So with that, I'm going to change our tithing to $407. We will come back to the emergency fund. I am going to put $100 in our Christmas fund though. And then we'll come down to rent will be $13.95. Gas, I'm gonna leave it at $20. Electric, I'm gonna bring down. I'm hoping. Maybe it's not smart to bring it down. I'm just gonna make it a nice round number. And I will say that it's, $170. I am hoping that it won't be that high this month. And then, like I said, internet, we are keeping our fingers crossed that we finally get that discount applied to our account. So $41 for internet. I'm gonna say $41.13 because that's what it was coming out to for taxes last month. For fuel, I'm bringing this down to $300, and I think we should be good with that. Maintenance, I know my husband has a couple things that he needs to get done to his car, so I'm going to say I'm going to set this at like $190. We'll see if we spend all of that. Car insurance, $122.08. Groceries, I'm going to leave it at $500, but I'm going to say that I think we will not spend the full $500 in September. We'll see how my systems work for me, and if I can stick to shopping at all the grocery stores I'm supposed to shop at. Diapers, I might need the bigger size that was not on sale for my toddler, so I'm going to just put $50 in the diaper fund. Let's see, phones will be $36. Fun money, it is our anniversary in September. I think I'm gonna, should I bring this up or should I not? I should probably not. I'm gonna say $125. It'll give us like a little room. There's a chocolate shop that's opened in Salt Lake City that I would love to go try. I think it's like something that's from Europe, and they just opened their first US store. So I really want to go try. They do like gourmet hot chocolates, and that is right up my alley. So even though it's summer, I will be attending the new, I think it's called Knoops, like Knoops. I haven't heard much about it, but I'm hoping that it will be incredible. So that's what we're gonna do for our anniversary, I think. Let's see, birthdays in September. I think we can change this. We do have birthdays. We have birthdays to, I'm gonna set this at 30. And then finally, our life insurance is $20.82. So that is everything that I need to have in the budget, I believe. I might need to put a little bit more in our miscellaneous, actually. I think I'm going to change this to 75. This is where things like the supplements that I take every month come out of. I do have a digital media editor that I'm currently subscribed to for a project I'm working on behind the scenes. That's going to come out of there. And then that will give us a little bit of wiggle room if something else dire comes up. So 75, which when we come back up to our emergency fund, that will leave us with, oh, that's a sad number, $475.54. So what I need to do is earn more money, one, which I am working on. If you haven't seen, I'm doing a 10K savings challenge right now. So every single day I'm doing my best to earn any amount of money to contribute to our emergency fund. So this number will be going up faster than the number that you see here because I will be contributing daily payments. So if you haven't checked that out, I've got a playlist. I'll link it somewhere. You can watch them all and catch up. And other than that, I've got to cut back in some of these budget areas, specifically electric. My goodness, I don't want to be spending that much money on electric. Maintenance, like I've mentioned in the past, maintenance is one of those things, car maintenance is one of those things that I just hate to spend money on, but it is true that it does save you money in the long run because it prevents the big giant repairs from having to be done most often. So while I hate to see a number so high in that category, I'm going to say it will be fine. Also for fuel, my husband is going to start taking the train to work in the mornings, so I don't know that we'll need that full $300. So if there's extra in that, it will also be going to the emergency fund. But yeah, that looks like a healthy budget that is ready to have a fun, successful month in September. I'm excited to just be working on putting our emergency fund back together, but more so I'm excited to have it filled and get to move on to the very fun goal of saving for our first home. So if you want to help me reach that goal, you being here watching these videos is like the biggest help. But if you're not subscribed, I would love it if you would help me reach my goal of 2,000, and we will get closer and closer to monetization with every person that subscribes. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And I will see you again next week for another one. Bye.